Hello, God bless you from my van. I apologize for the extended wait for my next video. And in fact, this one's going to be kind of a short one too. Not the other day, but 2 Sundays ago, January 22nd, I was about an hour away from posting my next video content. And I coughed in an odd fashion and got an irritation in my throat that across the next hour stole my voice away. So it resulted in a small sinus cold. And when it didn't get a foothold there, it became a small cough, and it's not gone yet. And I haven't really suffered any other symptoms, but this tiny little nothing sickness stole my voice away for more than a week now. So unless the Lord really needed me to take a break, I have this feeling that somewhere I have an open door, a place for a foothold of the enemy. And I don't think he's very happy I'm talking to you folks and ministering and doing the way of Christ and putting on my full armor and walking in the way. So if any of you have suffered affliction or any odd thing this last week or two, you're not alone. And in the spirit of that, in the description, I'm going to post a link. And if somehow it doesn't work, because I failed to do that twice, maybe I need to learn more about YouTube, but if you don't see it in the description, it'll be a pinned comment. But I'm going to post a link to stuff Jesus said and exemplified in prayer. I think it'll be like a Google Doc or something like that, but you'll be able to open it and print it or do whatever with it. But it's a great place to start whether you're experienced or not, to find subject matter and ways to pray that are helpful in situations like this. Because I sort of feel like this last week or so, I've been in a sort of a shadowy, quiet place, listening to things move about overhead. And I felt relatively safe, but of course with no voice, I couldn't do things like this, and I couldn't get up front of church this week and do the opening, and it was kind of a debacle, but either way, it's been fine. But when the enemy can't get you in your heart, he'll try and get you in your flesh. And the only place he can get you is the places you give way to. So be careful of your footholds and your strongholds inside. Even someone who dedicates their life to walking the way can be susceptible to open doors of the enemy. So be careful what you put yourself in agreement to in your heart. Beware of the weaknesses of your flesh. Check the description or check my pinned comment and find out what Jesus said and did about prayer, which will help you a great deal. And very, very soon, probably either later today or tomorrow, I plan on, despite my voice, posting my next video content, which is the introduction to the gospel of peace. That's a pretty comprehensive subject, and it covers tons of stuff. And it's careful ground, because all of these academic theologians out here have created a million ways to argue about it. So I'm going to have to walk well with you folks in real truth in order to navigate all this stuff. And it'll probably be the bulk of my next series of videos. And I won't probably call it a series, I'll just do them. But while I do that, I'm going to get into and through a lot of the things you folks have commented on. Carrie Bosley actually brought up something about generational curses after, I think, my very last video. So I need to include that too. But I've got you all in mind, and I'm going to weave all of the content you folks have suggested into what I'm going to go through. And I'm going to try to do it with grace and style and utmost uprightness and truth so that you guys can be edified. Because the trick of theology is it puts God in a box. So no theology is flawless. You always end up painting yourself into a corner or putting yourself in a box, and it can steal away certain parts of understanding. But it's easy to be in error, too, if you go too far from certain known things. So I'll be very careful with that for you folks, and I will make sure it's impactful and helpful and progressional, and that it does something real for myself and all of you guys. And it's coming soon, but I at least wanted to get something out there and let you guys know I'm thinking about you, and I'm sorry I haven't been on here. You would not have wanted to hear me previous to today. So thanks for hanging in there with me. I'll be back with you real soon, folks. I love you. Christ be with you. Hang in there if you're going through it like me. At least I got a mild case of something stupid. Maybe you guys are severely afflicted, but my heart goes out to you. I see a lot of folks under the thumb of the enemy at the moment. Just wait on the Lord. Trust him, have faith in him, and close those doors to the enemy. Clean your heart, clean your path, and cling to him, and the enemy will flee from you. Resist him. Resist him till he does. I'll be back with you soon, folks. I love you. God bless you. I'll talk to you soon.